Is the AI bubble about to pop, or are we going to grind all the way to all-time highs? Let's take a look at Nvidia's earnings for this Wednesday. Nvidia will be reporting earnings after hours on Wednesday, 11/19, and any stock having to do with AI will be watching very closely. So let's take a look at the previous quarterly earnings. In Q2, Q1, and Q4 of last year, they beat both EPS and revenue. However, the price action after the earnings report did vary from quarter to quarter. Q4, they ended up going down, Q1, they went up, and in Q2, they fell. In their most recent earnings report, they upped guidance for Q3, even though they're not making any sales to China. The analyst Q3 estimates come in at 1.25 EPS and 54.83 billion in revenue. Now let's take a look at the options chain to see what the market is pricing in terms of overall movement. The implied volatility as of making this video is currently at 86%, putting a plus minus of $15. This represents a roughly 7.8% move in price up or down. This means the market is pricing in a possibility of 205 or 175. And now for my prediction, make sure to save this video so you can come back to it later to see if I was right. Going into the earnings report, if the overall market is somewhat bullish still going into this week, I believe we could get Nvidia at 195 right before the earnings drop. When the earnings officially come out, I do believe that they will be EPS and revenue. However, I do think the stock price will come back down. The implied volatility for both calls and puts is very expensive, so if you are going to be playing earnings, make sure to put your strikes as close to the money as possible to give you the best possible chance of being in. However, I would not trade options short dated for this earnings call simply because the expected move is almost never exceeding implied move, which means you're going to get eaten alive by IV crush. My official prediction for this stock is that after earnings, it'll go down to 180. If it holds above 180, then we have a chance to go to all-time highs going into the next year. If you're interested in what other stocks I'm looking for this week, make sure to follow my page and type stocks in the comments so I can send you the link to my Discord.